Hello there, Eric with Exploring with Eric here. Today I'm currently here on the beautiful Discovery Princess, and today we are going over my 5 top tips to make your embarkment day a success and stress-free. So here I'm going to give you my 5 tips to make sure you enjoy your first day of sailing here on the beautiful and wonderful Discovery Princess. So let's start off with tip number 1, and that's going to be fly in the day before your cruise. Yes, that's very obvious what's going on with the world right now, but especially flying in the day before becomes less stressful, because if you fly in the day of, you are going to be worried the night before about your flight status the next day. So if you fly the night before, you will not be so stressed out, and if something did come up where you had a flight delay or cancellation, that gives you an extra 24 hours or so, or any time. It gives you more time to plan on your way to get to the port. Because if you have a flight cancellation on the day of coming to the cruise, it's more than likely you will not be able to make the cruise in time. And that's not a way you want to start off your vacation, is panicking about missing the ship because of a flight cancellation or delay. Because the ship will not wait for you if you are delayed. Tip number 2 that I have for you guys is prepare to be in long lines the morning or the day of embarkation on the ship. So check-in starts here in Seattle at around 10:30 to 11 o'clock. When you're choosing your time to arrive, you're able to do so on the Medallion app beforehand, 60 days before your trip starts. So a recommendation for me to avoid long lines is to either try to grab group A, which has the 11 to 11:30 check-in, or check a later in the afternoon around 1:30 or 2 o'clock spot, so you avoid the long lines. And yes, I arrived here in Seattle this time at 10 o'clock just because my flight had come in early, and I had an 11 o'clock check-in time, and the line was already about 150 to 200 people deep. So prepare to be in long lines. If that means you need to bring snacks or food for you or the little ones, I would also recommend bringing some water for the hot heat in Seattle. It was 90 degrees outside that day, so prepare for heat if you know it's going to be hot out. Make sure you stay hydrated and you are full, so you don't have to worry about going hungry while waiting in the line. They do have a few vending machines outside with water. I don't know the prices on that, but just be prepared to be in a long line until they start the check-in process. But once you do start the check-in process, it took about 20 minutes to go through the whole process, and then you sit down in a little seating area until the ship is ready for us to go on board. Tip number 3 has to do with the check-in process as well. So be prepared for those long lines. That's definitely a good tip right there. But for tip number 3 is make sure you have all the correct documents that you need to cruise. What I like to do is put all my paperwork into a folder. So I have the folder ready, and all I got to do is grab it out of my backpack or bag. And once we do the check-in process, it's very easy and orderly. So the documents that you need currently with the situation going with the C word is make sure you have the test, the verification that you have the vaccines, your ID or passport for Canada, so you need a passport, or since we're out of Seattle, you just need a birth certificate and your driver's license or state ID. And then you also need to have an Arrive Can confirmation. The Arrive Can is the Canadian Arrive Canada form that you need to fill out so you're able to go to Victoria. So having all those documents in order and having them ready for the person checking you in is very helpful for them and able to make the process so much easier for you to board the ship. And if you don't have those in order, you're more stressed out looking for them where they're all in different bags. Some people actually leave those documents in their checked baggage, which they give to the porters, so the bags are inside the ship or going towards the ship while you're still outside waiting to check in. So just always try to remember to have your documentations with you, put them in one spot that you know where they're at, and bring them on, put them in a folder, put them in a binder, whatever you got to do to make sure that you are able to have those ready. So when you go up there to check in, it's a painful and stress-free activity. And trust me, you'll be more happier once you're done with that check-in because you're that much closer to boarding the ship. For tip number 4, this one's very interesting to me, but I find it very, very true. Once you get on the ship, the first thing people love to do is go eat. Me too, as you can tell. Anyways, I would highly recommend skipping the buffet. But Eric, you told us an important thing to go do is when you get on the ship is go eat lunch because you're hungry. You've been in a long hot line. You're hungry. Yes, but there are many different places open here on the ship. You can go up to the Lido deck. You can go grab some pizza or a burger at the Salty Dog Grill. It's less crowded than the buffet. Everyone goes straight for the buffet. You also have the main dining room in Skagway on deck 6 that is deserted on check-in day. For some reason, you will always find a table there in the Skagway dining room, and they serve delicious lunch the first day. They serve delicious lunch on sea day and basically on any day, but for lunch on the first day, excellent menu choices that they have on there for you. And then you also have the best pizza at sea, according to Princess, which I can confirm myself, but you gotta try it for yourself. GG's Pizzeria is also open on Embarkation Day. It's open every day, but especially on Embarkation Day, that's the spot you want to go eat. You also have International Cafe on deck 5. If you want a quick little snack, sandwich, get a salad, potato salad, anything like that, and that is on deck 5 at International Cafe. So just avoid the buffet because a lot of people go straight for the buffet, and there are other locations on the ship that are less crowded, and going somewhere where it's less crowded the first day makes me less stressed out and enjoy my first day, Embarkation Day, the most. So highly recommend, again, trying the other restaurants. Go to the Skagway main dining room, enjoy a great lunch, burger, steak, chicken, whatever you want. Just avoid that buffet line. Alright, for tip number 5. This must be one of my most important tips that I have for people that are coming onto the Discovery Princess. Yes, the spots fill up very, very fast for the dining on the Medallion app. So I highly recommend you, once you get onto the ship, go to any of the specialty restaurants. You can go to Crown Grill, you can go to the Bistro, or you can go to Sabatini. And go straight to the restaurant right away once you get on the ship if you're not able to select a time on the Medallion app before you come on the cruise. Go to the restaurant and talk to the host or hostess there at the desk of the restaurant, like the check-in area, and they will be more than happy if available, to help you select a dining time that works for you, because they do and will have extra times. It's on first come first serve basis, and it depends on your party size. But if you have a party about 4, from my experience with coming with other people onto the ship, you will be able to select a time and still be able to enjoy the wonderful specialty dining rooms here on the ship. Don't get me wrong, the main dining room is excellent, but so are the specialty restaurants, and they are well worth the extra fee. Also, you have the Serenity up on deck 18. That's on first come first serve reservation too. So I highly recommend going up to deck 18 if you are interested in reserving a cabana or a lounge chair. There is a fee for that, $20 for a half day and $40 for a full day, or $30 if you book the whole entire 7 days. So that's going to be tip number 5. If you are not able to reserve a time that you want to have dinner, go straight to the host at that particular dining room and ask them, and they will be more than happy to help you to either find a time that suits you or help you in the right direction to make sure it is painless and stress-free. Also, make sure if you want to do any of the extra activities that you go straight to guest services or excursions to see what they can do for you to add you onto a wait list, or if they're able to add you on as if someone might have canceled last minute. So you never know what they will say until you ask, because they will have extra spots open for the dining room and some of the excursions. From my personal experience, it might not always be the case on every sailing, because the numbers of sailing, the capacity of people coming on keeps on increasing each time. Currently here on June 26th, the ship has 3,400 passengers, the most it's had since its sailing out of LA in March. So as you can tell, Alaska summer, it's very popular. So I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and if the tips have helped you, let me know down below in the comments. So if you have any questions or any of that, or any feedback on other tips that you would recommend for other people as they embark on their lovely Discovery Princess vacation and cruise off to Alaska or to Mexico later this year. Thank you for watching. Catch you guys next time.